Hey guys, it's Anya, otherwise known as Pink Sweets here on YouTube, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Pink Sweets with a 1 instead of an I. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and please hit the thumbs up button. So today we're going to be doing a favorites video. I'm going to be doing my monthly favorites for the month of November. I know that it's the first week in December, but better late than never, right? So today we're going to be doing that, and I am going to tell you all of the products that I've been using. Some of it is skincare, some of it is makeup, and yeah, and actually some of it is clothing, which is this shirt that I'm wearing, so I might as well start with it. When we went to Virginia Beach over Thanksgiving, we went to Walmart and I got this shirt, and it's so soft and it's so warm, and I just have been loving it. I wish I had bought it in more colors when I go back to Virginia Beach to visit Darcy this weekend. I will probably go back and pick up some more. And I think it was maybe $7, so I love it. Okay, let's get into makeup. So first I'm going to do some brushes. And then I'm going to throw some stuff. I just dropped something already. So the first brush I want to talk about, I don't know where to get it. It's from Urban Decay. It's this little tiny brush. And I still have green eyeshadow all over my hands. So this tiny brush is the most amazing brush for really carving out your cut crease or your half cut crease. I don't know where I got it. I don't know if it came in a palette. I don't know if it was free, but this is definitely my favorite shape of brush. It has like a point and it just carves out the cut crease perfectly. So I love that brush. The second brush is from Alamar Cosmetics. This is the blending brush. I love all of the Alamar brushes that we got in our BoxyCharm, and I want to go to their website and see if they have more brushes that they sell, because I just really love them. I love this one. I love the flat one, which actually reminds me a little bit of a skinnier version of this. So if you can't find this one, the one from Alamar Cosmetics, definitely, I don't have it here, but it looks exactly almost like that, but with a longer handle and a little bit thinner. And it also is amazing for doing half cut creases and cut creases. So good job, Alamar. The third thing I wanted to mention was any of the Jaclyn Hill brushes from Morphe. These two are my favorites. This is the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02. This is the one I use for bronzer and contouring. I don't really contour, but and the other one is the JH31, and that looks like this. It's like a pinched, like, it's a blending brush, but it gets kind of like thinner to a point at the end, and I just really love it. But the whole brush set I think is great, but I like Morphe brushes to begin with. Another brush set that I got that I love literally all the brushes from. I just tried this in my last video, which I did film this look. I have some red eyeshadow, like right there. I think I just got it. But this is a flat top kabuki from Wet n Wild. Like I said, I just used it for this look, which this look will be up before this video. So if you want to check it out, I'll link it in the cards above. And then this is one of the blending brushes from the Wet n Wild set. And this is their holiday collection. It just looks like this on the end. I believe they went on sale at Walgreens for $15 for the whole set. I think it came with 10 brushes. I paid $30, but still $30 for 10 brushes. That's $3 a brush. So great deal if you ask me. And Wet n Wild makes some of the best brushes. Even their baseline brushes that are like, let's see. I know I have some. The baseline brushes are like the ones that are, oh my gosh, they are the white handled ones with the pink bristles. I have no idea where they are right now, but I have the whole set. Oh well. Anyway, the ones I'm talking about, like I said, they have the white handle. The blending brush itself, just going to set this here right now so that I don't knock the whole thing over. Those are 99 cents for a brush, like for a flat shader brush, for a blending brush, for a flat top kabuki brush. Like it's insane how good a quality they are, especially for the price. But I would put them right up there with the most expensive brushes I've ever used, which I don't use. I mean, I have some MAC brushes. Those are the most expensive I've ever used, but yeah, I would pin them against those and they would win. So this is the next brush I got. I don't know. I don't even know the brand. I think it's BC something or other, BC Cosmetics. I'm terrible YouTuber, but I got this at Marshall's. They still have it right now, and I love this. Sometimes I'll use it for powder, sometimes I'll just use it for bronzer, but what I like it for the most is to knock off excess powder under my eyes, like, and just all over my face, because I don't like to bake per se, but I like to just put like loose setting powder on my face, and then I like to just wipe it away after a few seconds, and this brush gets the job done. But any fluffy powder brush would do the same thing. This has been in the like last 3 favorites videos. This is a Wet n Wild blush brush. It is the P72. I have 2 of these now because I have this one and I have the one that matches this set. It's the same brush, and this is literally the best blush brush I've ever used. I like a lot of blush, but you can either use it heavy-handed or use it light-handed, but either way, it definitely makes the blush go on evenly. It makes it go on pigmented, and I just love it. And then this is another one of the Wet n Wild holiday set brushes from the brush set. There we go. And it is a flat shader brush, and I absolutely love this. When I cut out my crease and I want to put the shadow on top of the concealer, this is the brush that I use the most to put it. And also the other brush I use is my, my mermaid brush, but I didn't include that one in this video. But those are the 2 brushes that I always use to like pack on eyeshadow over top of the concealer. So speaking of cut creases, my absolute favorite new product to use for a cut crease or a half cut crease is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. Gosh, my fingers have green eyeshadow all over them. Ignore my nails and my fingers. So I got it in the shade Fair 02. Looks like this. I know I also have the white one. See how I have like green eyeshadow? Anyway, sorry, I'm distracted by my green eyeshadow fingers. So I like this. I do not like it as a concealer under my eyes. I know that some people love it. For me, it does not work. I don't know why. I just don't like it. I like the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. And yeah, I don't know why I don't like this as a regular concealer, but for an eyeshadow base or for cutting the crease, it's awesome. And I even like the doe foot applicator that this comes with, because it's literally the perfect, like, I start out by just cutting my crease with the applicator itself, and then I go in with my brush and I just kind of like perfect it. So that is my absolute favorite use for that. My favorite foundation of the month has still been the Fenty Beauty. I mix this in with almost every single foundation. I've been trying some new combinations lately, but I just always go back to the combination of this and something else. I don't know what magic is in here, and I do not like it by itself. So anyone who has tried this foundation by itself, don't judge the foundation on that, because by itself, it's a little bit too matte. It's a little bit too drying, but this will make any foundation last all day. If I want my foundation to look smooth, if I want my foundation to look flawless, airbrushed, if I want my foundation to last all day and look exactly the way it did when I go to bed as when I put it on in the morning, this is the foundation that I mix in with whatever else I want to use. I just love it. I can't say enough good things about it, and it's my 3rd bottle, and I don't go through foundations like ever, or I didn't used to. My favorite primer has actually not been the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer this month. I love, love, love that primer. I can't find it. I can't find my big one. I have only my little tiny one and I don't want to use it up. So I started using, I saw on Sarah Smiles Loves Makeup's channel. I'll link her channel up above. If you haven't subscribed to her, what are you doing? Go do that. She's doing Vlogmas this month. So I saw her use this in her video, I don't know, a little while back, the Optical Illusion Primer from Urban Decay. And I just started, I was like, hey, I have that. And so I started using it. And I just love it. I love the way my foundation sits on top of it. It is pricey. I think it's probably like $28 or something like that. However, this thing, I have had this thing for at least a year. And I still have so much product. Like, you need the tiniest amount. It's kind of like the Professional, like in consistency. I'll show it to you. But it's pink. And it just has, it does have kind of like a silicone-y feel, but it's not as slippery, and it doesn't really have a scent. And it says it's made with, well, it says smoothing, it says rosehip and argan oil, pore perfecting, and it really does just that. Like, it blurs your skin, it fills in your pores, and it just makes your foundation lay on top of it really smoothly. And I feel like if I were to use this well, I have been using this every single day pretty much for the past 3 months, and that's how much of a dent I've put into it. So I feel like even if you use it every single day for a year, you'd still maybe have like that much left. I could be wrong, but with the amount that I use, which is the amount I just showed you on my hand, and even like where I put it on my hand, like my hand is like blurred and smooth. So I don't know. I love it, and I would definitely repurchase it. What next? Oh yeah, okay. So my favorite item that I got at Marshall's this month was the Stila Magnificent Metal Glitter and Glow. I think that's what it's called. Yes, and oh, Shimmer and Glow is this one. And this is in the shade Freedom. Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner used this on her channel. And I had seen it in the store, but I didn't know what it looked like, you know, on someone, and so I didn't get it. And then I went to Marshall's and I saw it, and I remember seeing it on Annette, and I wanted it ever since I saw it on Annette, and I ended up getting it because I was like, yes, I have to have that, because hashtag Annette made me buy it. So I'll link Annette's channel up here, but this is what it looks like. It's a beautiful like minty greenish blue, and it changes color depending on what you put it on top of. So I just absolutely love it, and it reminds me of, I was trying to think if I have it right here, but I don't think I do. Oh, I do. Yes, score. Okay, so it reminds me of the Lumi pigment from Sugarpill, but in liquid form. So Lumi pigment, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it's like a white pigment, but it has like a blue duochrome shift. Whoa, I just got a bunch on me. So I'm gonna kind of swatch them next to each other. Yeah, they look almost identical. I wonder what it would look like if I put it on top of that. Oh my gosh. Well, now that's magical. Wow. Okay, so that's going to be a thing. I'm definitely going to do that. So it reminds me of this pigment in, I'm going to show you, in liquid form. And I absolutely love it. So now I've taken, where I had swatched the liquid, I put the Lumi pigment on top. Look at that. Oh my gosh, so stunning. Okay, so get some of this stuff off my fingers. My favorite other glitter items have been, and I debated whether to put these in this video or not because I use them in a way you're not supposed to. So that is the ColourPop Glitterly glitters. They're for hair and body, which I use them on the eyes. I messaged ColourPop or emailed them and asked them, are the eyes safe? They responded back and said they are not intended for the eyes. They are intended for the hair and the body, but they are cosmetic grade glitter. So I put them on the eyes, and I so far have not had an issue, knock on wood, but the shades are OMGM Wet and She Lit, and I'm going to show them to you. They're from the Bretman Rock collection, and they are coming out or have already come out with more shades for the holidays, and I love both of these shades so much. And if I place an order to ColourPop at any point when they still have the rest of this, just dropped the little plastic insert. If I, happen to order from ColourPop, or if I happen to see them at Ulta, I will definitely get the other shades. This is OMGM Wet, and this is She Lit. I don't know if you can, this is them on my fingers. So I love them. I used it in my Jafar look that I did in collaboration with Alison Krauss and Scott and Fiona's Adventures yesterday, I believe. No, day before yesterday, by the time you see this. So, yeah, I just absolutely love them. And everyone that I've seen use these, used them on their eyes as well. Like Jay Kissa used them on her eyes. Atlee used them on her eyes. And they just didn't irritate my eyes, so I'm okay with that. For lips, I have been loving two things. The Fenty Gloss Bomb in Diamond Milk, which you guys have seen before. But I haven't been using it as much as I've been using this one. This is the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine lip gloss. I love the packaging. It's really cool. This is in the shade, which I really want to know what the heck this means. It's in the shade SPL. What does SPL mean? Does anybody know? But it smells like, oh my gosh, it smells like gum or like candy cane. Like, it just smells like candy cane gum. That's what it smells like. And it is in this beautiful, like really shimmery, like baby pink color. And I just love it. Like, I love putting it on top of things. It's that traditional, like glossy, wet type of formula. Now, I will tell you, it does taste like mint, it smells like mint, and it feels like mint. So if you don't like minty feeling on your lips, you will not like this. I was so happy when they brought these back, because they had them originally, like, I want to say like 5 or 6 years ago, in a different packaging, in a different form, and they were so minty, and like I bought like 3 or 4 of them when they were on clearance, and then I've used up like 2 of them, 2 of my older formula ones, and I got that one, and I got in the shade Midnight Cowboy. So I don't know, I want to get more, but I know that I'm not going to, because I feel like I've swatched many of the shades, and I feel like no matter what shade you get, unless you get a really dark one, it pretty much just looks like gloss on the lips. So I would recommend getting one if you like glossy minty lips. And I like just putting that just on my lips directly. And it's not sticky. Like, I don't know. I mean, any kind of gloss is going to be a little bit sticky, but it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, your lips don't stick together. And it just feels kind of moisturizing and minty. I just really like it. So I've just been throwing that on when I don't feel like wearing a liquid lipstick, especially since during Pinkoween I wore liquid lipstick like every day. So my favorite highlighter, I debated whether to do some like highlighter palettes or single highlighters or whatever, but no matter what highlighter I use, I love putting the Fenty Diamond Bomb How Many Carats highlighter on top of it. I have it on today over top of what I was wearing. And so when you do this, like, you can do it as many times as you want, and it's only going to show up sheer like that. And when you put it on your hand, it's like, you can only see like a slight little like gleam. But whatever highlighter you put it on top of, it just amps it up. Like, if I were to take this highlighter brush right now and just swirl it around in there and just reapply this, see how much more glittery, like, if you see how, and then you put this on top, it's like, I don't know, it's magic. It just like really amps up like any highlighter that you already have. So if you like a glittery, well, it's not really glittery. I mean, it is, but it's like a very fine, like, here, I just blended it out. It's just like a very fine shimmer. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like it. But if you don't like a very glittery highlight, or you don't like a very blinding highlight, then I do not recommend this. Putting some on my nose. I don't recommend this, but I do like all of those things. So I love it. My favorite bronzer is the L'Oreal Lumi bronzer. My favorite, well, not my favorite bronzer, but it's in my favorites because it's one of my favorites. This is what she looks like. I've been using it nonstop, and the embossing is like still there. Now I will say, and I've said this in every video I've used it in, I am paper white, and this is supposedly the medium shade. So I think they really need to work on the range. I don't know how many they have. I got this on clearance at Walgreens, but they still sell it at other stores. But if they have, for instance, just a light, a medium, and a dark, they need to work on the shade range, because this is not like a true medium. Like a person who is a medium skin tone, this would be way too light for them if it works for someone as fair as me. So, in my opinion. So, yeah. But other than that, I love this bronzer. I just feel like it's not too orangey, it's not too gray, it's not too whatever, and I just really like the way it looks on my skin. And it's not, I don't know, it says Sun-Kissed Bronzer, and I thought it was going to have some shimmer in it. Well, I can't really show you because my hands are all shimmery, but it doesn't really have any shimmer in it, so I love it. The next thing, and I only have one other thing after this, is this, the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. It is my favorite all-time setting spray. I just freaking love it. It reminds me though, so this is $15. I did get a Rimmel setting spray, which I use on my channel all the time as well. And that one was $5 at Walmart, and it reminds me of an exact dupe for this. They smell the same, they feel the same. The only difference is the sprayer, because this is like an aerosol type of spray, whereas the Rimmel is like a pump, but this one is just like a really fine mist. The other one is a fine mist as well, but you have to pump it yourself. And I feel like when you put this one or the Rimmel one on, I just feel like it melts the powders into your skin perfectly, and it just takes away the cakiness like instantly. And my favorite palette of the month, I've had this now for, oh, there's my mermaid brush. Hold on. Let's back it up a moment. This is my Tarte mermaid brush. So basically the Tarte pencil brush is the brush that I love. So my favorite palette of the month, like hands down, blew any other palette away. Well, I don't know. I love the Be Perfect Carnival palette, but I used that more in October than I did in November. But this palette I got, I think, on the 15th or the 16th. So I've only had it for the last part of November and then the beginning, like the first week in December. But off camera, I've been using this nonstop. It's what I have in my eyes today, along with this Steel and Magnificent Metal, or Shimmer and Glow, whatever it's called. But yeah, I have been using this. I've done like, I don't know, 17 looks with this now at least. And that is the James Charles Release Your Inner Artistry palette. I think he did an amazing job with this palette. It is 39 shades for $39, plus you can use a code, if you use code James, for 10% off. But this is the palette, and I just think you can create any freaking look you would ever need or want with this palette. This was the only palette I brought with me other than the Feral palette, just because I wanted to test out the Feral palette and do a video with it when I went to Virginia Beach. But this was, I mean, this would, I don't know, I feel like this would be all you'd ever need to bring. I love the shimmers in this palette. I love the mattes in this palette. I mean, I know it's big. I realize that. But I just feel like it's more than just a regular, like, rainbow palette. I know it's, like, known as kind of like a rainbow palette, but it's just so versatile. And, like, the middle shades, I love that he chose, like, there to be a larger black eyeshadow, a larger white eyeshadow, a larger red, orange, yellow. Like, it is just freaking perfect. And I don't know. I love it. I know some people had said that it was difficult to work with. I've had absolutely zero problems with it. But you guys know I talked about that in my James Charles video. I'll link that here if you haven't seen it, my first impressions. And I'm definitely going to be doing some more tutorials with this exclusively. But yeah, that is what I have on my eyes today. I have Social Blade, I have Daddy, and the rest is Juvia's Place. But I absolutely love it. Every time I use this, I'm so satisfied with the look that comes out. So yeah, so that is my monthly favorites. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. And this is day 6 of Pinkmas. Well, there will be another video coming up as well, most likely. I don't know. I don't know actually what day I'm going to post this, so I'm not going to say it just yet, but it's whatever's in the title. So I hope you guys are enjoying Pinkmas, and again, if you have any things that you would like to see, like any looks you would like to see for the holidays, any requests, please leave them in the comment section down below. I read every comment. I try to respond back to as many as I can, if not every comment. But I do definitely read every single comment. And if I, have a day where I don't have a look scheduled already, or it's not a look I'm already planning on doing, then I would love to do a look that you request. So I love you guys, like I said, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.